I just found another poem that's really stunning, and I found this website where people actually vote, rate his poem, which I don't understand. Like, why would people rate it 3.5? People that rate his poems 3.5, are they like people that don't understand abstract language and poetry, or they are, some people, they cannot stand when poems don't rhyme. Or if poems are kind of stream of consciousness without a structure, they don't like it. Those people, I can't even get near them. I can't get near them. This one, I can't see anything that obeyed their rules, except for the rhyme. I don't think people would rate according to the rhyme. I think they just don't get it. I don't understand, like, why they rated 3.5. What's it called? Drunk as Drunk. I don't really get this. Like, what does it mean? Maybe it's a complete... because it's something we don't have anymore. It's in the past. Maybe last century, or I don't know. Oh, now I get it. This is like a type of candle. And then that would make it a fantastic metaphor. I love it. It's so completely unique, 100% unexpected. It is a very unique metaphor. I love it. Huh. The day's last breath. Do you get it? The sky's hot rim. Day's last breath. In our sails. Pinned by the sun between the solace and the equinox, drowsy and tangled together, we drifted for months and woke with the bitter taste of land on our lips. Eyelids all sticky, and we longed for lime and the sound of a rope lowering a bucket down its well. It's great. Then we came by night to the Fortunate Isles and lay like fish under. This is my favorite line. This is my favorite line, Fish under the net of our kisses. That's just a completely innovative. What's the word? I don't know. I love this. Last line gives me this when I read a good one, it gives me this rush inside of me. Don't play the video. I did not click.
Victory.
Alt to play. Okay.
楽天ポイントをお得に貯めるなら楽天ペイ。楽天ペイは最大 1.5% 還元。今すぐダウンロード。
I had not learned.
Victory. Enigma. What does it mean? With flower. I love it. I love even the title. Victory. It has come late. I have not learned how to arrive. Like the lily at woe, the white figure that pierces the motionless eternity. What the fuck? Of earth, pushing at clear, faint form. I read a lot of poems from Tagore, in both, I think also in English. I I don't think his poems gave me these rushes, you know. His poems were printed on those little colorful, very well painted little papers, and then made into small, tiny, petite books. And I got one or two, and I read them. I liked basically his energy because it's very, very spiritual. I just liked it, and you know, it's very, very. I don't know how to describe it. Colorful, maybe because of the books. I don't know. His poems full of light and colors and flowers. You know. Oh yeah, I still remember it. It's like 10 years ago. Oh, less than 10 years ago. I wonder if his poems are this good. I don't remember. I think I want to read one now. After this one. Oh, fuck yeah. Do you see how he writes here? Pushing at clear, faint form, till the hour strikes that clay with a white ray or spur of milk. Huh. Why did they give it only a 2.9? Shedding of clothing, the thick darkness of soil, on whose cliff the fair flower advances, till the flag of its whiteness defeats the. And too many words I need to Google, you know, I need to stop and Google. Well, I think it's a very well written poem. I have no idea what these people are doing. You know, like I said, most people don't get it probably. I mean, this guy's famous, and he's rating they are rating him only 2.9. Do you see how he describes a flower and it's trying to get out of the earth and the sunshine, and it's finally made it. And I have no idea why these people are giving it only a 2.9. They either don't get it or they're a complete idiot. I have no idea, you know, those people, some people, they are like TJ people, if you understand, if you know, ever familiar with this MBTI test. I think some people, they are STJ people. They don't get anything. They don't get abstract things. They want concrete things. They want clear, concise, concrete, direct expressions. They like that kind of poem that, you know, the poems that rhyme, poems that have a center. It has to have a center point. It cannot be stream of consciousness. It has to rhyme. It has to have a clear, well done structure, and that's how they rate poem. You know, I don't get these people. They don't get me. Actually, I get them. You know, I just told you about them, and they would never get me. Or this poem, for example, I give it 2.9. That's it. That's my pure assumption, though I could be completely wrong. But I have no idea who can make a point to convince me that this is 2.9. I can't imagine that. These poems are beyond rating. Victory has come late. I had not learned how to arrive at will. The white figure that pierces the motionless eternity of earth, pushing at clear, faint form. Holy fuck! Until the hour strikes that clay with a white, until the hour strikes that clay with a white ray or a spur of milk. Shedding of clothing, the thick darkness of soil. on whose cliff the fair flower advances, till the flag of its whiteness. Maybe his poetry is just too unconventional for those people, those people that follow the rules, that have to follow rules, that have to stick to certain structure. In order to be able to function, those people, they cannot welcome or embrace anything unconventional. Those people, they hate postmodern art. They love the tradition, they love the rhymes, they love the rules, and I can't even get near them. This is too much for them. So poems like this, art like this, which create, I don't know how to express this, which create too much entropy in these people. This is too much for them. This is too messy, complete. It's so completely disordered in front of them because all of these, complete unconventional using of words and, complete unpredictability. And it's too much for them. It's not something that they can begin to capture. They read it. They read this poem. They say, "Oh, what the fuck? What does it fucking mean? It's nothing. How does it? All of the using of verbs and metaphors are complete a mess, And I give it a 2.9. They. That's what I think. And now I'm gonna read a Tagore. Tackle. Baby's way. If baby only wanted to, he could fly up to heaven this moment. It is not for nothing that he does not leave us. He loves to rest his head on mother's bosom and cannot ever bear to lose sight of her. Baby knows all manner of wise words, though few on earth can understand their meaning. It is not for nothing that he never wants to speak. The one thing he wants to is to learn mother's words from mother's lips. That is why he looks so innocent. Baby had a heap of gold and pearls, yet he came like a beggar unto this earth. It is not for nothing he came in such a disguise, this dear little naked mendicant. Pretends to be utterly helpless, so that he may beg for mother's wealth of love. Baby was so free from every tie in the land of the tiny. Every tie in the land of the tiny crescent moon. What does it mean, Titan? I don't get it. Like, it makes no sense to me. It was not for nothing he gave up his freedom. He knows that there is room for endless joy in Mother's little corner of heart, and it is sweeter far than liberty to be caught and pressed in her dear arms. Baby never knew how to cry. He dwelt in the land of perfect bliss. It is not for nothing he has chosen to shed tears, though with the smile of his dear face he draws Mother's yearning heart to him, yet his little cries over tiny troubles weave the double bond of pity and love. Well, I think it's a really nice poem as well. It uses words and verbs and adjectives and nouns in places that you can completely accept, completely predict. But when they are used in a way to express very profound emotions, you know. But so this is a postmodern poetry. I think Pablo's poetry is kind of postmodern. I really like that. This is just about wisdom. It's still very, very great. You know, it makes me want to cry. Damn shit. How neatly a cat sleeps with its paws and its posture, sleeps with its wicked claws, and with its unfeeling blood, sleeps with all the rings, a series of burnt circles, which have formed the old geology of its sand-colored tail. Can you see? You know how wild he goes, you know. I should like to sleep like a cat with all the fur of time. Damn shit. With a tongue rough as flint, with the dry sex of fire. And after speaking to no one, stretched myself over the world, over roofs and landscapes with a passionate desire to hunt the rats in my dreams. Fuck. I have seen how the cat asleep would undulate. How the night flowed through it like dark water. Fuck yeah. And at times it was going to fall. Or possibly plunge into the bare. The thing is, I have to just Google too many words from his poem. Too many words I don't know he uses. I have seen a cat asleep undulate, how the night flowed through it like dark water, and at times it was going to fall, possibly plunge into the bare, deserted snowdrift. Sometimes it grew so much in sleep like a tiger's great grandfather. Holy fuck, you know, I love this. I love this shit. And would leap in the darkness over rooftops, clouds, and volcanoes. Would leap in the darkness over rooftops, clouds, and volcanoes. Sleep, sleep, cat of the night with app. I love it. I love it. I love it. Control the obscurity of our slumbering prowess with your restless heart and great ruff of your tail. Oh man, crazy shit. I think I would get along with anybody that's passionately stunned by his poetry. Not those that's just like his poetry because they don't understand it, but those that like it because they understand it. You know, they understand his choosing of nouns and adverbs and verbs and adjectives and their combination and their meaning. You know, those people I think they have to be INFPs. They can't be INTJ, or especially people who are thinking driven. They cannot accept disorder. Too much disorder. They would think it's a mess rather than some art work. You know, those people, they have to be able to think straight since they're thinking driven, and I don't know. I love this. He's so wild. He jumps like a cat, really. But look at him. He looks so big. He looks a big guy, you know. But he jumps with his words just like a cat on a map. You know, jumping from one country to another. That's how agile he is. And those people who have to think in a linear way, you know, they have to read predictable words. His poetry creates too much entropy in them that it would reach a a heat death. You know, a heat death. They cannot go beyond this because the heat death prevents them from getting the true meaning of these words. They still make sense, but because of this heat death created in them, it's like a veil in front of their eyes, in front of their cognition. They cannot capture the meaning. They cannot get it. The meaning of his words, of his poetry, is kind of like streams they flow. They kind of stream into you. And you have to be open. You have to be as open as the stones laying at the bottom of streams or rivers. Stones that are there, that don't stop the water. They're there, and they're so open that they never stop the water from streaming through them. You have to be as open as the stones. And obviously, some people aren't. You know? I love it. I'm hungry now. I gotta eat.